Welcome to the Yokoy Academy. In this video, you will learn how to create a per diem claim in the Yokoy web app. Per diems, also known as daily allowances or lump sums, are amounts paid to employees traveling on behalf of the company instead of reimbursing them for their actual expenses. They tend to be paid due to legal requirements in some countries and/or at the company's discretion. The calculation of per diem amounts varies from country to country. Therefore, the deduction amount and the logic used must change accordingly. Depending on your company's setup, per diems can be created automatically as part of a trip or manually by you as a single expense. To manually create a new per diems claim, click on the calendar icon in the My Tasks menu at the top of the screen or to the left of the navigation bar. You now need to enter and validate all the per diem expense information in the relevant fields. The options available to you will depend on your company's configuration of per diem rate types and applicable policies, so it may differ slightly from what you see in this video. All fields marked with an asterisk are mandatory, and if left blank, you will not be able to submit the expense. Instead, an error message will appear and the missing required fields will be highlighted in red. If you click outside the form, all your changes will be lost and you will have to start again. The first field to fill in is the expense country. The country of your company is listed here by default. If you have traveled abroad, select a different country, as different rates may apply. Depending on how your company is configured, you may be able to adjust the per diem rate. Yokoy pre-selects the most appropriate rate, taking time zone differences into consideration when calculating per diems. Per diems are usually used to reimburse employees for their meals during a trip. This applies if they have received free meals or paid for their own meals and those of other guests, such as business attendees. In these cases, the per diem amount needs to be adjusted for that day. This can be done via the per diem modification. The available addition and deduction concepts depend on your company policies and/or location. For example, if breakfast is included in your hotel booking, you need to select breakfast received to reduce the per diem amount. Select the start and end dates for the per diem. The current date is listed in the field by default. Change this if you want to claim per diems for a different time period. Please note that a duplicate or weekend warning may appear at the top of the expense form to inform you that you have already created a per diem claim for the same day or that the date falls on a weekend. Click on Review to check the per diem expense you are potentially duplicating. You can either adjust the expense or submit it as it is, but you may not receive full reimbursement. These notifications can also be seen by managers and finance users. Per diem modifications apply to each day. For example, if you only received breakfast on day 1 and not on day 2, you would need to create a separate per diem manually for day 2, or create a trip expense to access individual per diem modifications for each day. Select the tax rate and gross amount for countries from which your company can reclaim VAT. Alternatively, a finance user can take care of this. In the Cost Object section, you can adjust the pre-selected cost object or add additional ones and decide how and where the expense amount should be split and allocated. Add company-specific tags to provide more information to your expense. Leave a comment in the expense history if your per diem expense displays a warning, or if you wish to provide additional information about the purpose of your claim and your selected modifications. Add up to 3 supporting documents of up to 5 megabytes each to back up your claim for possible reimbursement. Only images and PDF files are permitted, unless your company also supports XML files. Once you have filled in all the required information, you will be given the following options for how to proceed. Click Save if you want to save the expense and return to it later. Once you have saved and opened it again, you will also have the option to delete the entire expense. Click Submit if you want to submit the expense. After clicking Submit, your expense will disappear from the My Tasks menu because it will no longer be an open task. You can view your submitted expenses in the Submitter Single Expenses tab. Here, you can track them through the approval process and recall them to make adjustments. Now you can successfully create and submit per diem claims in the Yokoy web app. Thanks for watching and have fun exploring Yokoy.